What if choosing the wrong scope could cost you the trophy hunt of a lifetime? Today, we're revealing the top 5 best Leupold scopes for 6.5 Creedmoor hunting rifles that serious hunters trust for accuracy, clarity, and confidence. Welcome back to the channel. Stick around, because your perfect hunting optic may be waiting below, and if you find your favorite, you'll find convenient purchase links in the description. Starting our list at number 5 is the Leupold Mark 5 HD. Every experienced long-range hunter remembers that moment. The wind shifts. Heat waves dance across the terrain. The light begins to disappear. And suddenly, the target that looked perfectly visible just seconds ago becomes a challenge of optics as much as skill. That's exactly the environment where the Leupold Mark 5 HD 735x56 separates itself from ordinary hunting scopes. Designed for shooters and hunters who demand every possible advantage from their 6.5 Creedmoor rifle, this optic was built with one goal in mind: extending confidence at extreme distances. The professional-grade optical system delivers exceptional light transmission and remarkable clarity, even when environmental conditions become unpredictable. Its industry-leading glare reduction becomes immediately noticeable when shooting into harsh sunlight or dealing with reflective terrain. Then there's the first focal plane PR2 mil reticle, which scales with magnification and allows for consistent holdovers and accurate ranging regardless of your zoom setting. In real-world hunting scenarios, that flexibility matters more than most shooters initially realize. The M5C3 turret system feels deliberate and precise, providing the kind of tactile confidence long-range shooters depend on when every click matters. Compared with the more hunting-oriented optics on this list, the Mark 5 HD prioritizes precision, extreme range capability, and tactical performance over lightweight portability. That does come with trade-offs. Its larger size, additional weight, and premium price point may discourage hunters who spend entire days hiking rugged backcountry terrain. But for dedicated long-range hunters, precision enthusiasts, and serious 6.5 Creedmoor shooters pushing the boundaries of ethical distance, the Mark 5 HD offers something difficult to quantify on a specification sheet: confidence under pressure. And sometimes, that's the difference between watching a trophy disappear and making the shot you'll remember forever. Coming up next at number 4 is the Leupold VX-3HD. Most hunting stories that end in disappointment don't begin with a bad rifle. They begin with a fleeting opportunity. A buck appears unexpectedly at dawn. An elk steps out moments before legal light disappears. Or the shot presents itself farther away than anticipated. That's precisely why the Leupold VX-3HD 1.5 5x20 continues to earn the trust of hunters who prioritize practical performance over unnecessary complexity. Mounted on a 6.5 Creedmoor hunting rifle, this compact optic transforms the handling characteristics of the entire setup. Lightweight, responsive, and built for real-world hunting conditions, it excels where speed matters more than extreme magnification. The illuminated fire dot Twilight Hunter reticle immediately draws your eye to the target, making target acquisition feel almost instinctive during those critical moments when hesitation can cost an opportunity. Leupold's elite optical system delivers impressive low-light performance, allowing you to maintain clarity during the first and last moments of legal shooting light. Meanwhile, the CD ZIL elevation dial and custom ballistic capabilities simplify distance compensation without overwhelming hunters who prefer straightforward operation. Motion sensor technology quietly extends battery life in the background, eliminating one more concern during long days in the field. Compared with the more specialized long-range optics on this list, the VX-3HD sacrifices extreme distance capability in exchange for lighter weight, faster handling, and exceptional versatility. Admittedly, its limited magnification range may leave dedicated long-range shooters wanting more. But for whitetail hunters, brush country pursuits, and hunters who need a dependable companion for their 6.5 Creedmoor rifle, the VX-3HD delivers something every hunter values: confidence when the moment arrives unexpectedly. And in hunting, those moments rarely give you a second chance. Let's keep the momentum at number 3 is the Leupold VX-5HD 1556. Every hunter who has spent enough time in the field eventually experiences the same sinking feeling. You've tracked for hours. The conditions are perfect. Then suddenly, just as the legal shooting light begins to disappear, the animal you've been waiting for finally steps into view. Unfortunately, this is exactly where many optics reveal their limitations. That's the problem the Leupold VX-5HD 15x56 was engineered to solve. Pair it with a 6.5 Creedmoor hunting rifle, and you get a setup designed to remain effective long after lesser scopes begin to struggle. The massive 56mm objective lens immediately changes the viewing experience, pulling in an extraordinary amount of light when dawn and dusk conditions become challenging. Leupold's professional-grade optical system delivers impressive clarity, exceptional resolution, and outstanding glare reduction when environmental conditions refuse to cooperate. Then, there's the illuminated fire dot duplex reticle. In low light, it naturally guides your eye to the target without overwhelming your sight picture, creating a shooting experience that feels intuitive rather than distracting. The CD's ZL2 turret system adds another layer of confidence by allowing precise elevation adjustments, while the zero-lock system prevents accidental movement during long hunts. Motion sensor technology quietly preserves battery life in the background, activating only when you need it most. Compared with lighter hunting optics, the VX-5HD 15x56 prioritizes low-light performance, versatility, and dialing capability over minimal weight. That additional size and cost may not appeal to every hunter, but for serious deer hunters, elk hunters, and dedicated 6.5 Creedmoor shooters who routinely hunt in challenging conditions, this optic delivers something every hunter values when daylight begins to disappear. One more opportunity. And sometimes, that's all you need. If one of these scopes already feels like it belongs on your rifle, you'll find all the links waiting for you down below in the description. Breaking into the top 2, the Leupold VX-5HD 1544 claims the number 2 position. The biggest mistake many hunters make isn't choosing a bad rifle. It's assuming the conditions they'll face will remain predictable. But mountains change, weather shifts, distances stretch, and suddenly, versatility becomes more important than any single specification on a product page. That's exactly why the Leupold VX-5HD 15x44 has become such a respected option among serious hunters carrying a 6.5 Creedmoor. This scope strikes a balance that's surprisingly difficult to achieve. Lightweight portability combined with genuine long-range capability. Its versatile 5:1 zoom ratio allows seamless transitions from close encounters in dense timber to precision shots across open terrain. Meanwhile, the high-definition optical system delivers exceptional sharpness and clarity throughout the entire magnification range. The illuminated fire dot duplex reticle provides fast target acquisition when opportunities appear unexpectedly, while the CD's ZL2 turret system and custom ballistic dial compatibility make longer shots feel more manageable and repeatable. One of its most underrated features may actually be the guard ion lens coating, which actively repels water, dirt, and debris, maintaining image quality when weather conditions become unpredictable. Add the side focus parallax adjustment, and you gain additional precision at extended ranges without sacrificing speed. Compared with its larger 56mm sibling, this version sacrifices some ultimate low-light brightness in exchange for reduced weight and improved portability. That trade-off makes perfect sense for hunters who cover miles of difficult terrain and need equipment that performs without becoming a burden. For hunters searching for a highly adaptable optic that can confidently handle everything from timber to open country hunting, the VX-5HD 15x44 earns its position not through marketing claims, but through practical performance where it matters most, in the field when conditions refuse to cooperate. And finally, claiming the number 1 spot on our list is the Leupold VX-Freedom. There is a common misconception in the hunting world that spending more money automatically means better results in the field. But ask enough experienced hunters, and you'll discover a different truth. Reliability, simplicity, and confidence often matter far more than having every premium feature available. That's exactly why the Leupold VX-Freedom 39x40 continues to earn its place on countless hunting rifles across the country. Pair it with a 6.5 Creedmoor, and you get a combination that reflects what many hunters actually need rather than what marketing departments tell them they need. The classic 3 to 9 power magnification range remains one of the most practical configurations ever created, allowing hunters to quickly transition from close encounters in thick timber to longer shots across open fields. Meanwhile, Leupold's advanced optical system delivers the kind of image quality that keeps hunters behind the glass longer, with reliable light transmission, excellent glare reduction, and clarity that remains impressive throughout extended hunting sessions. The HuntPlex reticle provides a clean and intuitive sight picture, allowing rapid target acquisition without distracting clutter. At just over 12 ounces, the VX-Freedom keeps your rifle balanced and comfortable during long days in the field, something that becomes increasingly important after miles of hiking. Of course, every optic involves compromise. Compared with the VX-3HD and VX-5HD series, the VX-Freedom lacks advanced turret systems, illuminated reticles, and custom ballistic features. It was never designed to dominate extreme long-range shooting competitions. Instead, it was designed to accomplish something arguably more important: delivering dependable performance when a hunter needs it most. For deer hunters, recreational shooters, and anyone building a trustworthy 6.5 Creedmoor hunting setup without unnecessary complexity, the VX-Freedom proves that practical performance never goes out of style. And sometimes, simplicity is the feature you appreciate the most. If I could choose only one scope from this list for a 6.5 Creedmoor hunting rifle, the decision ultimately comes down to capability, versatility, and long-term confidence. And that's why the Leupold Mark 5HD earns the winner's position. This isn't simply a matter of having the highest magnification or the most advanced features. It's about what those features allow a shooter to accomplish. The Mark 5HD combines exceptional optical clarity, impressive low-light performance, precise first focal plane reticles, and professional-grade turret systems into a package that continues to perform as your shooting abilities evolve. While the VX-Freedom offers outstanding value and the VX-5HD models deliver exceptional versatility for hunting applications, the Mark 5HD pushes beyond traditional hunting optics and enters the realm of true precision performance. Its ability to confidently handle difficult terrain, unpredictable environmental conditions, and extended shooting distances gives serious hunters and precision shooters room to grow without quickly reaching the optics limitations. Admittedly, it requires a larger investment, and not every hunter will need its full capability. But for those seeking an optic capable of handling today's challenges while remaining relevant for years to come, the Mark 5HD represents the strongest long-term choice on this list. And that brings us to the end of our countdown of the top 5 best Leupold scopes for 6.5 Creedmoor hunting rifles. If one of these optics feels like the perfect fit for your hunting style, you'll find all the links waiting for you in the description below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and let us know which Leupold scope you trust most in the field. Until next time, hunt with confidence, shoot with purpose, and never underestimate the difference the right optic can make.